Welcome back, everybody. Very pleased to be back. I was off recording. I did a little bit of inventory management, so we'll go over that in a minute. So just a quick recap of what happened in the last two short videos that we did. We had been kidnapped by mind flayers, and they inserted a squirming tadpole into our eyeballs, and of all the people that we're currently with. We were then chased on their ship by Githyanki on red dragons and taken into Hell, or one of the levels of Hell called Avernus, where we were able to escape because of the battle that the devils were having with the mind flayers. We then made it back to the mortal plane in the crashed ship over here, and are now wandering around trying to figure out where we are and how to survive and how to get these tadpoles out of our heads. So in terms of the inventory management, I just went through and marked everything that I'm just keeping around to sell as wares, so you can see I can remove it as wares if I want to, and it has this nice little icon on it for being in the wares, so this will be sold automatically if I go into... Sorry, the music tends to swell at points, and it's hard to hear myself talk in the headset, so we'll just turn it down while I'm having this little chat. Yeah, so all of this will automatically be sold as soon as I get to a merchant. Also, I had found a helmet, and this game has a really nice little feature where you can either hide the helmet, which I have it marked as, or you can show the helmet, and you can see that my character here now shows the helmet. Or you can hide the helmet only during dialogue. But I like my hair, so I'm gonna hide my helmet. I also put on a second short sword on my rogue, so she'll be dual wielding. Now, it did give me the warning that I would automatically use my bonus action to attack with the second hand unless I toggled this little thing. So toggling dual wielding, you automatically attack with the second hand. But I don't want to do that because rogues have really good bonus action options down here. So that's where we are. So I currently have Shadowheart, who is a cleric. I have changed Astarion from a rogue to a rogue ranger, and he's going to be a ranger moving forward because I am a rogue. And I've picked up a wizard. So we're currently going to be going around collecting additional friends and probably moving through the areas that I've already seen during the early access this time. There are a couple items I'm curious if they're still there. So we'll be looking for that. And then I'm just going to put the music back on and we will get into the game.
Never wanted the easy path.
Okay. So this chapel entrance that just popped up, that is the entrance to the first dungeon that I'd mentioned, which I've already been through in early access, though it probably has changed somewhat. But I don't want to go there quite yet. I want to finish collecting people. Particularly, I want to find both the tanks. So Lizelle is a tank. I'm not a fan of Lizelle. Just her attitude irritates me, though she's a very good tank. They also have the Barbarian, which came up available in... okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Oop, stop.
Zoru was
Whoops.
right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Okay. And I'm going with deception because it plays to my strength because I have expertise in it, which means I have double my proficiency bonus. I'm also going to add guidance from Shadow Heart, so you can do that. I was trying to do it ahead of time so it was automatically there, but since I triggered the dialogue first, it does give you the option to do that during the conversation. So I have a pretty good shot of succeeding on this, as you can see.
She's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Okay, so, and you can see guidance is still there because it's a concentration spell, and so it's going to stay on as long as Shadow Heart is concentrating on it. I realized while I was playing back the videos to myself that I'd already done that I wasn't really explaining a whole lot of stuff to people who might not be familiar with the game, so I am going to be talking a little bit more in future videos.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Yeah.
Observe, listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say. Enough. Get me down.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter.
Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gale tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Very well, but heed my words.
The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki.
A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
So you may have noticed during the conversation up in this corner here, in the top left, there was the approval and disapproval of Shadowheart and Gale. So the game does have a relationship system. People will like you or dislike you depending on the choices that you make and the choices that they know about. So I'm not overly concerned about making Shadowheart like me. I mean, she is a cleric and she's not a terrible companion to have around, but she's not my favorite. Gale is probably my favorite of the companions I've seen so far, though I haven't seen the Barbarian. As I said, that Barbarian came out, was announced in a patch after I had stopped playing the early access. though I do know roughly where she is. My D&D group had decided that we were going to try the multiplayer functionality of this during patch 3, which was a little rough, but it was still really fun. And we ended up crossing a bridge, which I hadn't gone over before. And we did meet the barbarian, and I'm pretty sure she's the barbarian. And then we ended up getting annihilated by a group of gnolls. And then patch 4 came out, and we just decided to wait for the final product. So that is where I'm going to be heading reasonably soon, because I do want a tank in my party.
We should check it out, but be careful.
The other thing I'm doing right now is just exposing map areas so that it's easier to see what's going on and get around. And I'm looking for waypoints, which I hope are in the same spot. There we go. So these are your fast travel points in the game. And even though high ground doesn't give advantage anymore, it did in the early versions of the game. It is still a really good thing to have because it makes it harder for the other people, the opposition, to hit you. So we're gonna just stealth everybody. Oop, Shadow Heart.
Face protects me.
Let's prowl. Yes, yes. Ready.
What now?
So we had early warning that there was something going on up here, so we're just gonna check it out carefully. So I don't want to get too far ahead of my group.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gates! Get him! No!
Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
Okay. Another thing to just mention really quickly again is I am playing in the DirectX 11 rather than the Vulkan, so this would probably look better in the Vulkan, but my system isn't, hugely powerful, and it did crash on me at one point when I was trying to play Vulkan, so we're just going to go with the slightly lower video quality to get a smoother experience. Actually, can you sneak attack this guy? Nope. Can you shove him? Not enough movement. Okay. Then you can just end your turn. So at the top you can see all of my allies that I don't control are in green. My party is in blue, and the enemies are in red. So this is the turn order of the combat. Okay, we're gonna kill him first. And then I'm gonna shove this guy to see if I can get his last point of... That didn't work very well because I have a wimpy 10 strength, but that's alright. Ooh. Okay, Shadowheart, get in here and finish killing this guy, please.
Let me strike true.
So the booyags are the magic users for the goblins, and you always want to kill your magic users first, if possible. Alright, and let's see if we can get rid of this guy. Nice.
Tale for the ages.
Okay.
Good move.
I think I'm gonna take a nap after I get through this, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my bigger spells. And we're gonna try and get rid of this bugbear because he does a lot of damage. And magic missile does 3 missiles, and they just automatically hit. They just and those were opportunity attacks because this guy tried to move out of their threatened range. So they got to have a free attack against him. What do I want to do? Do I want to kill this guy or do I want to kill that guy? Advantage, disadvantage, okay. So just go ahead and finish killing this one, please. Seriously?
Bamboozle them.
Decisions. Yeah, I need to get rid of this bugbear. But so sneak attack does extra damage for rogues, but it's conditional. So I either have to have advantage or I have to have an ally right next to the enemy. No. Abort that. And And as a rogue, I can dash as a bonus action. So I'm going to get into this fight in
Have to keep going.
melee so that I can take advantage of the dual attacking that I have. Okay, Shadowheart, please take care of this guy.
Have to keep going.
Death is but a word away.
Okay, so I'm on a Starian. And you're too far away to do anything, so we're just gonna... Alright, this is the only one left.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Okay, so before we go inside, we're gonna loot everything. Ooh. Nice. I will be wearing those personally.
What's hiding here? What path lies before me?
Okay, so anything that's got like a color on it is actually a magic item. And I do want to be wearing these gloves. Where are my hand slots? There we go. Scroll of Grease. So
Excellent choice.
spellcasters can actually write magic, but he already knows this one. So that's just a kind of free spell that he can use at its basic level if he's out of spell slots, which he's only got one left.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Don't know why I picked up a skull. We're gonna get rid of that. Okay.
At the ready.
There's no time to waste.
And so,
Is that blood? No, never mind.
There are children here, you fool! We was running for our lives. You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foulbloods ain't known for courage.
You see the tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
Well, yeah, he just got called a racist slur by this ass. But okay, let's see what we've got. Unlikely, but let's go.
You're right. There's too much at stake.
Worried about your precious hides? The both of you.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us.
At least we agree on that.
More goblins can be done. I'm more worried about this parasite. Goblins, we need a healer.
Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters. We're refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
The Descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly dragged to the hells.
So that is actually a published adventure by Wizards of the Coast. The story of Elturel getting dragged to the hells.
So I hoped, but we've lost so many already. And more will die if we're forced out again. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Okay, so for anybody who thinks it's a little bit strange that my criminal rogue is just helping people for free, that's not, outside of the realm of possibility. She's what I would consider to be neutral good. Like, she's a criminal because she needed to survive her situation, but she's not unsympathetic to other people. She feels for them and will do what she can to help them if it's not going to put her in danger. And yes, I'm taking their camp supplies though, because I need them. Don't need that. Cast it.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Ooh.
No. This place is a death trap. Let us leave. Immediately. Or would you deny your brother here his chance at fortune in Baldur's Gate? But it is nevertheless true. We've risked everything to get this far. We can't afford to throw it all away.
Fine! Let's sneak away like God's damned cowards. But if something happens to these people, it's on us. I hope you know that.
How much further can I go?
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels. As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. I pray no goblin arrow has grazed you. Nettie could put you to rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The grove will be locked down soon. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Okay. Is there a way to move all wares over? Because it would be awkward to have to move all of this over manually. Okay. Alright, so apparently wares is only if I'm doing trade, and if I'm bartering, I have to actually drag all of this stuff over. But we're going to do that because it's early days in the game, and I have no money. so that was a bit of a pain, but just gonna double check that everything that I've got in there already had the wares on there. So let's see what I would like from his stuff. So these are again things that Gale could learn. I think he already knows that one. Bone chill. Yeah, none of these are scrolls that I'm terribly keen on him learning. Scroll invisibility. That's a good one to have, so is detect thoughts. But wizards are expensive because in addition to having the scroll, they have to pay in terms of learning it. So let's check padded armor. Hide armor, nope. Huh? Why would I need that? Oh, okay. Throwing boosts. Mail armor +1. I'll probably find this stuff where I won't need to pay for it. It's medium armor, so only Shadowheart can wear that, because the rest of us are light armor or no armor. Spell Thief. Okay, that's highly specific and unlikely to actually trigger, but it is a magic weapon. So that that actually would bypass a bunch of people's resistances, so a number of things are resistant to non-magical damage. Okay, so this is catching arrows. This is just changing the appearance, so customization of your character look. Alright, so you actually have basically nothing that I'm interested in except for that. I want that. I want that. So lockpicks can break if you fail a lockpick check particularly hard, or at least they did in early access, so I always want lockpicks. And I can't disarm traps unless I have trap toolkits, so those are necessary items. And for the rest of that, we're going to... Ooh, those cost more than the stuff that I'm selling, so... Ay. And I still don't have enough. Okay, I do have 2 lockpicks, and... How much are these worth? Ooh. Those are really expensive, buddy. Okay, let's just take 2 of those. Can I just take 2 of those? Okay. Okay. And none of you had anything that... Oh, you have a detect thoughts. Cool, Gale can have that. Pretty sure I already have Grease, so I'm just gonna give that to you. Oh, I can't do it in this screen. Okay.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
Okay. So that was just saying that the more you trade with a particular merchant, the more they're going to like you. But yeah, the person who is talking to them, the higher your charisma, the better price you're going to get. So I'm never going to sell anything with Shadowheart because she is not very good with people. But let's give this to Gale.
Lost
Wizard level is too low. Okay. Do I have his spell list anywhere that I can muck about with that? They may have made it so that I can only change my prepared spells on a long rest, which is more in line with the with actual D&D. So when I was doing the early access, you could change them on the fly whenever you wanted to. But okay, recovery, chips. All right, well that's fine, and we'll just leave that in your inventory. I am going to mark it as something that I'm not keeping. Again, I don't know if this is going to be a quest, so we're just hanging on to it. And I'm... Did I accidentally sell my lockpicks? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, and my lockpicks are already on my hotbar. Cool. We're going to put you there, and we're going to move you there. Oh, can I? It's fine.
Just keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
I didn't mean to.
Very well.
Alright, so I haven't done what you asked me to do yet, so we're just... Huh?
Let's see.
Okay, that's just information on geography. So now that should be available on my map there.
Looking at you is painful enough.
Okay. Let's go intervene in that.
Get back, kid.
I already told you I don't have it. How stupid are you?
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head. You threatening me? You don't understand. The kid stole my locket. He... God, the hell's with this? These little devils get away with everything because of coddling bastards like you. You'll get yours someday. I hope I get to see it.
Maybe you will, but personally, I doubt it. See you around.
Mm-hmm. Quite certain that the kid in fact did it, but I can kind of see how Fiona would have had a similar upbringing.
a quick word.
If it ain't the fearless goblin slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot.
No, she's not confrontational.
Half my crew are full of holes. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here. And losing track of the bloody druid. Alcin. He's a leader around these parts. Or was. We've got a contract to track down some relic. And he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cook pot by now.
Again, this is like picking a fight.
Job's all yours, if you got a death wish. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. If I knew that, I wouldn't be back here, with half my crew gone. But look, if you're itching to meet Kellenvor, I won't stop you. It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral. But my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own sodger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
Cool. Alright, so again, this is talking about pretty famous landmarks in Baldur's Gate.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out. No bother. We're just daydreaming anyhow.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city? I think I've heard of that place. Something about a stuffed dragon's head in one of the dining rooms. It's settled, Dennis. You, me, and the Elf Song Tavern, first thing when we arrive. If we see you there, we'll get you a pint. For your finder's fee.
Okay. Oh. Just sit down. Okay. Just anything over here that
No traps, please.
yeah, I'm poor.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can. Look, it ain't much. much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Yeah, I do trust you because that Knoll pack is no joke.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Okay. Let's see what we've got going on here. Again, just customization options. Ooh. That's actually pretty nice, but who can use it? At least Shadowheart could. Okay, you've got a lot of stuff that I want but can't afford, and I don't want to do like trying to steal from the merchants. Basically, you have to reload frequently to make that happen, and I'm not doing that on this one. But let's do this. That's worth 127. Can you use it? I can use it. Actually, let's give that to you. You can have a better primary weapon. There we go.
Let's get going.
Yeah, we'll leave that there. Move that to a more prominent position. So I am hanging on to the water because, as I'd mentioned in one of the previous videos, a lot of things get set on fire, and fire does damage when you walk over it in this game, so I can put those out as long as I've got some water. I'm hanging on to a flute in case I run into a bard or I decide to multi-class into a bard, which I might do. Bard multi-class with rogue is a really good mix.
One day I'll catch a break.
How long do you think we've got before the goblins come?
Alright, so that's the person Lizel wants to interrogate, is the word I would use.
Goblins, druids, this grove is a death trap. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice.
Here goes nothing.
So this is just some information on a couple of the deities that we've already heard about this one. So the god of dead, Jurgle, actually was a god and then quit, retired, I guess you could say, and this is the god of suffering. Right, so yeah, all of these camp supplies, basically if I'm going to take a long rest in this game, so food doesn't heal you like it does in some other titles, but you have to be able to feed yourself if you're going to take a nap. And taking a long rest in D&D repairs all of your damage and resets all of your abilities, so very powerful.
Next, I wonder.
Looking ahead,
Kindly.
swift as my feet can carry me.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way!
She didn't kill your brother, Arka. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You gonna kill her too?
You! Move!
How do I have... Oh, because I've got the scroll on me. Well, I don't have it on me, I have it on Gale, but I want to keep that so that he can scribe it and cast it whenever he wants. So,
You're right. I wish you weren't. I really do. Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
yeah, I saved the goblin because I want
If
to
you believe anything
question
the
it.
beast tells you, you're an idiot.
It's all right, Arka. Let's go.
You're gonna be sorry. Every last one. Ain't sure why you're protecting me. Don't care neither. It's too late to make friends, warg meat. My tribe's coming. They're gonna burn this pretty place for the glory of the Absolute and hang you by your guts. Goddess. We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are. The Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself. My tribe can tell you everything there is to know. Absolute bless one of our own. Priestess Gut. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyarg.
Booyarg. The goblin word for magic. Primitive to a fault, but not entirely without merit.
Get me out of here, and I'll tell you where to find her. Deal?
Nope.
Suit yourself. Looking forward to seeing what your innards look like.
Okay.
Even your cages are boring.
So, your companions sometimes will have stuff to say to you, so Gale wants to talk to me right now.
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important. We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin, the way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. In short, I've grown to trust you.
Okay, well, that was fast, and this conversation is very different from what it was in very early access.
The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition, very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with. And not without some effort. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
Okay. That ruined the item.
I'll spare you the finer details, but begins with a simple biological deterioration, muscle spasms, disorientation, a slight ringing in the ears, and, there for too long, catastrophe. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. Only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical.
You're serious? My wizard is gonna eat up my most valuable items? Aye.
Done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. You know for yourself how hard won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger. There'll be danger involved, or great cost.
Okay, hang on.
Splendid. Bit of boldness will serve us well. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure. As do our packs, as a matter of fact.
No.
We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises. I hope I can count on you.
I'm gonna find an item that I don't want to keep. Thank you very much for that.
Let's have a look. Here we go.
Let me out, you bunch of softies!
With a flick of the wrist.
Oh, what do you mean I can't reach it? I'm standing right in front of it. So this is some information on some more gods. I'm not going to get too much into the deity lore. Let's talk to you.
Step, Harry, strike, damn it! It's just not landing. Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight, but I'm useless with a sword. Let's see then. Feint, kick, thrust! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
Don't be a cow.
Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. Druids are treating us like vermin.
Okay.
But I'll keep at it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, and the don't be a cow, that's to me because it's tempting, but no. We're a nice girl-ish. What did I find? What have you got?
No one stopped me yet.
Can you use that?
Blades always sharp.
Nope.
Keep a blade close.
What?
You have my attention.
And you're hanging on to that for...
I have something to ask.
The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands. Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held.
Hell's great fires.
You were on the ship. Doomed to shed our skin and become a lithid, or so the stories go. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. The devil's advocate. a champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
So that sound that you're hearing is it's called a passive check. That's why I keep doing guidance randomly before going into things. So active checks are the ones where I'm choosing to do something and then I can add it later. Passive checks, if I don't already have it on there, I don't get to choose to use it. And it tells me whether I succeeded or failed up in the corner here.
Her name is Karlach, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses. Just so you know, my first duty is Karlach. I'm oath-bound to go after her. But I won't deny this infection is bothersome. I accept your invitation. You'll need to make room if you want to partner up, though. Still, when the time comes, call for the blade. I won't be long to answer. A splendid plan. We'll talk more there.
On my way.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
Actually, nope, stop. Eh?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
We're cornered in this place. Even the bloody druids look like they might turn on us.
Okay, is there something I'm supposed to do with this ox? I mean, I'm in a druid grove and they do wild shapes, so I don't want to just stab it.
Very well.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. He's still staring right past you.
No.
What's in here?
I know that trick. I was an urchin too. Well, I wasn't an urchin, I was a criminal.
Hold out your hand, lady. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. I never learned names or anything. Just the tricks. Anyway, forget that. Take the ring. I
I want to show you how lucky it is.
So advantage means I get to roll twice, and I get to keep the higher of the two numbers.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails? Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap too. Interested? I don't know what you mean. Hey, that hurts. I'm running an honest... okay, what's a tinker's trash? Uh-huh. Huh. Interesting. And I promise, this isn't a tinker's trash scam. Look, I swear to you, these rings are the real deal. I promise, I'm not running a scam. Last chance. You want to look at my stuff or not? No fooling you, is there? All right, get walking. Leave some room for the chumps, huh?
Oh, I don't have any money or anything to sell. My partner does that. What? I'm the guard, so don't steal anything. I'm...
Oh, and I forgot to go and move that rock when I got somebody stronger. But I guess I don't have anybody stronger quite yet, because I sent Lizelle to camp.
I wonder what the next move is.
What to do? Moving ahead.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out! We need to get Arabella out. Now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake. Ugh!
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
Breaking into druid chambers to steal a sacred relic. Oh, she sounds like fun.
Thank you. They won't give us the time of day.
Hurry! I'm at the end of my tether as is. Can't take this waiting.
I should speak up.
Lives are at stake, and the cowards only care about their bloody rituals.
We could help each other. Fight the goblins together. Instead, these fools are trying to chase us away. Carl Magrin, give her a chance. You, get back! Keep back! Force my hand and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You! Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
My, a scholar after my own heart. Spent much time among goblins? Shocking little creatures, aren't they? Still, there's quite a bit more to them than most accounts allow. I myself plan to record the world's most extensive catalogue of their means and habits. A blue ocean of information, I dare say. Now, I've a few more questions, if you don't mind. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety? Witnesses failed to notice the obvious dragon. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? Really? Well, this does complicate things. But then again, well, never mind. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal! Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come to some use. My friend, every story benefits from a dragon. Until we meet again. My grizzled friend. What can you tell me about this place?
Can I get over there? Okay, cool. Oh. Okay, going the long way around. Huh?
bird knows. She needs to know. You do not. Forgive me. It is not you I fear. It is my brethren. More follow Korga every day. They are afraid, and she offers a simple solution. Eject the refugees, and we will be safe. Perhaps not. But that does not make it right. Only Master Halsin can stop this. I pray my bird returns with news of him. If not, I fear for my people. The ritual is Korga's decision, but she is not our leader. Master Halsin welcomed the refugees in. I wait for him to resolve this.
Something good here, I hope.
So if I was a druid, I'd be able to talk to all of these animals, apparently. Ooh. Okay. So this is something that I had, I knew from early access. This is a shortcut down into this grove, but it doesn't work as long as the bear is sleeping on this lever. But I don't want to leave here yet. And there's also... That's the exit. Oh, that's the exit. Up here.
Dance upon the stars tonight. Smile and pain will fade away. Words of mine will change. No. Become.
Okay, that was painful.
More like butchering. Don't know why I bother. No, I'm moments away from a grisly death. At the hands of this bloody song. I can't... Nothing fits, you know? It can't hurt. I have her. I have an extra loot, if you want.
Yeah, no.
My teacher, Lihala. She loved dancing. Had 2 left feet, mind. I remember waking up one night on the road and seeing her, dancing beneath the stars. A huge smile on her face. Thinking of it now, my heart hurts. And my words just seem to crumble. Like ash. Wait. Words of mine will turn to Ash. That's perfect. That it's okay. That I'll be okay. And thank you for everything. Moon, moon reminds me of your grace. All the love I can't repay. Wait.
Oh god. Okay,
Sorry.
Well, at least she could sing when she was actually playing, and that was actually a pretty beautiful cutscene, though don't understand the point.
She'd have said the same thing. That's the first time I've played since Lihala died. My teacher. She was playing her lute. We didn't hear the gnolls coming. There was so much blood. I can still smell it. She'd yell at me for that clunky verse and make me play till my fingers were raw. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Finish the Weeping Dawn. For her. I've a long way to go. But thank you. I needed this.
Okay. sounds suspicious, and we've done a fair amount. Ooh, choices. Okay. Okay.
Let's get on with it. All right, what now?
Listen.
A sweet melody beckons you. It vibrates with magic. A harpy's charm.
Okay.
The suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks. You are free.
No, it's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer. Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
Oh, that's... Oh, hell. Gale's an enemy right now. Oh, hell. Okay, this is bad. This is real bad. You have a firebolt, huh? It's gonna be based off intelligence. Just not your strongest shoot.
Outmaneuver them.
Still on my feet. Time to press ahead.
Let's see if I'm not out of sight, so that's fine. End your turn. End your turn. need you to heal, so we're just going to go Sacred Flame on this thing. Oh, so close. On yourself, please. Okay, where is this kid? Hang on. Where is this kid? Oh, kid's right there. Child. Oh, actually, you're a vampire. You can't go in the water. Spoiler, Astarion's a vampire. If you couldn't tell by his red eyes and his very, very pale skin.
Blood comes easy these days. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Bloody hell. Fine. Are you in range? Yes.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Oh. Okay. Oh, since I have the opportunity to attack anyway.
On my way.
Alright. Can I get you out of here without getting... Nope. Son of a... Okay. Okay. Get in this guy's face. Get in this guy's face. Alright, so he had the dual wielding automatic on there, so he's used both of his turns.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Okay, cool. get a little closer. Oh, I used up my spell slots. That was dumb. That was really, really dumb. Get this way. So what is my channel divinity option here? Cleric. Turn undead. Okay. My turn. Kid. Kid. I'll just straight up shoot it. Stop singing. Stop. Stop singing.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Do you have anything else that you can do as an act? Can you get there? Cool. And can you get back out of the water? Nope. Sorry.
The only way out is through.
Sorry, Astarion. You just switch your weapon, and that's your turn. Alright, so coming back from being dead, he doesn't get an action this turn. But we're just going to get him to move out of as far as he can away from the situation.
Never a dull moment.
Are they gone?
No.
Yes. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend it's not Astarion talking, it's me.
That's what the voice said. I almost got to the nest, but the singing. I need to get back. Mole will be so mad.
Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
Okay, cool. Alright. So this is the first time I've done that. I don't want...
Need to find a way forward.
No, not you.
Don't touch me.
Him. I don't want him trying to walk through the water. Because running water will hurt him. Oh, Gale wants to talk to me. In a moment, Gale.
With haste. What's inside?
Are you going to ask to eat one of my few magic items that I actually want to keep?
That scamp reminds me of myself when I was a nipper. Always getting into trouble. Comes with the territory. One time, my parents denied me a kitten, so I summoned myself a Tressim. Ah, dear old Tara. Beautiful creature. Benefits of a wizard's education, you see. Of course, my considerable talent didn't hurt either. Well, that depends on who you ask, I suppose. I may have summoned things rather more exotic than a winged cat. There was that magma mephit once. Nice fellow, we kept in touch. Of course, in walked the housekeeper, screaming, yelling, panic, and before you know it, fire everywhere. Anyway, I'm glad we got that boy out of his predicament. Poor lad would have been harpy feed if it wasn't for us.
Okay. I like that they actually show the damage that people have taken on their character. Like he was looking pretty bruised in that cutscene. That's a nice touch. And we've been playing for quite a while here, so I am gonna save again, and we will take a break. I'm gonna keep playing today, but just trying to break this into manageable chunks for anybody who's watching. Thank you for coming along with me on my Baldur's Gate adventure, and I hope to see you next time.